Welcome back to the Empire of Dirt. Pre-MOT check on Chi-Chi. Promise I do it. This has got to be, or the reason why I'm taking a bit of an interest in this is MOT's a little while away. However, got a lot of noise in the front, bit of knocking, bit of this, bit of that. Standard and horsepower Panda stuff. Now, a lot of stuff has been replaced over the last year, so I went through all the steering rack, track rod ends, inner, outer, all that jazz back not too long ago. Didn't really make any difference. Drive shafts done them, didn't really make any difference. One of the arms I replaced didn't really make any difference. So we're really now sort of getting towards the struts. They were all done over 2 years ago. They were brand new B4s that were put in there. Not thinking that they're noisy. If they are, I'm probably going to cry. The top mounts, go have a look at them. I've got new ones. We're probably just going to replace them, just do it. Drop links. Now this thing, they've always eaten drop links, and I'll be honest, part of the problem we've got at the moment is our roads in this wonderful country of ours are absolutely dreadful. They are the worst. I've been driving decades, and they are literally the worst I've ever seen. I can't even begin to they're terrible, absolutely shocking. I do not understand why they're so bad, other than the fact that we're spending money on things that we shouldn't be spending money on. Cars like this, you've really got to watch what you're doing these days. It becomes difficult, and I genuinely think that I do more mileage by just having to avoid the holes in the road. I could actually get into a massive long diatribe about how this is all anyway, I'm not going to, because car, etc. Anyway, so that's all going to be done. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to tear straight into it. We're going to get it up in the air. We're going to have a look around and see if we can see anything noticeably loose. Honest to God, the knocking noise that I'm getting out of this at the moment is worse than me the morning after a 5k run. It is creaking like an old man, and it amazes me because none of it's old, none of it's done a lot of miles, other than the state of the roads. I can't figure out what actually could be wrong. So we're definitely replacing the drop links, we're definitely replacing the top mounts. We're going to strip a lot of it down. It does have poly bushes on it that are going to get greased. I'm going to get silicone grease, all of it. And check to see what the annoying thing, the strange paradox that I seem to be heard is the way that it drives and the way that the handling is razor sharp. It is like it's not, there's nothing wrong with it at all. And the noises are a lot at low speed manoeuvring type thing. When you're running, when you're going, it's not too bad. In fact, you wouldn't hear any, but when you just, yeah. Anyway, so it's very interesting. So the only thing I can think of doing at the moment is just taking it apart, having a look, and throwing some parts at it, because there's nothing obviously indicate. And don't get me wrong, I might jack it up now and go, oh, that's loose, or this, that, and the other. Don't know. We might go all through this, and then they find something on the MOT, because I'm not an MOT tester. And even though I can see certain things, maybe they can see something I can't. Anyway, I've rambled enough now. If you are kind of into all of this and all that and all the other things that we do and what have you, do us a favour, support the channel by clicking on that like button and subscribing, so then, and if you press the bell, you know what. And I do videos mainly weekly. In fact, I've been putting a video out every week for nearly a year. So if we go back, there's probably close to 50 videos that I've done. So if you do, click, and yeah, all good, because then I know people are watching it, and then I'm, you know, motivated. I got the thing with the Ranger stuff. No one liked that. No one could be bothered with it. Fair enough. Right, done. There is nothing apart from that bump stop has seen better. Oh, it has seen better days, isn't it? Now, there's something interesting there. That means that this has recently, because it wasn't like that a few days ago. And what's happened there? Something's happened. Why is this dropped on you? These shock absorbers, they came with the car. They're not standard, they are Conies. And they were very popular 5-6 years ago, I suppose, with them. They're not so very available now. I'm a bit perplexed there, to be honest with you. I'm going to focus on the front because that's where a lot of the noise is. And we're going to attempt to strip a lot of that down. We'll get the arms out, everything disconnected, that type of thing, and yeah, it's our crack. Now, when I put all this back together, not too long ago, I did make a point of buying anti-roll bar bushes, and they are new anti-roll bar bushes. By new, I mean they've done probably 8-9 months. Now, right. Now, I would go as far to say that they're not very good. Now, I think we found the problem, the noise anyway. Is, should you use impact sockets on an impact gun, or should you bother to use impact sockets as opposed to regular sockets on an impact gun? And the answer to it is absolutely, emphatically, most definitely yes, where possible. So sometimes, because they've got a thicker wall on them, they don't always work. And if faced with doing something like this, an impact gun makes it 10 times easier, because the way the torque is transferred to the nut and the thread means that if it's not locked like a drop link, it's not really locked in place, and you've usually got an Allen thing going through the centre of it to lock it off so you can get a spanner on it, and sometimes that's the right thing to do. Usually you hit it with this, it works perfectly. Now, if you use an impact socket, they do, because they're thicker and they've got a slightly different design, transfer more of the torque to where you're working, so they work better. For the love of God, do not use a multi-point 12-point socket or use a 6-point socket, but ideally you'd use proper impact sockets. And I've got several sets that I bought specifically because the gun works better with them. Right, let's do the other side. So the arms are out, and the inspection is obviously these are poly bushed, so we don't have to worry too much about the bushes. However, that's usually an MOT failure. Now, you don't have to replace the arm
you can just buy one of these. Now I might have some somewhere, but yeah. Where? I've got no idea. The state of play, we are fully ready, and what I'm doing is all of this is sorted and ready to come apart, and that's all that's holding that on there now, and these will just drop straight out. The anti-roll bar the drop links as well that were there, these, despite only being I don't know, a year old, they're shot. The top end of them is red hot, that is. That's anyway, so I'm dropping this down now, so this hopefully will, because once this is out of there, it's just on the shaft and that, and I'm not gonna worry about it. It'll all sort itself out. Like, I might even, I don't think I'll bother, because this is just got to come out. And once this is down, and because I haven't unhooked the top there, and because of that, I probably should have done that first, but would have been easier. But there you go. So I'm dropping this down, I'm unhooking that, jerking it back up a bit, getting this out, and we're gonna have a good look at the top mounts and see where we are with those. Where are we? The parts fairy's done. It's worked overtime this week. Fair play. They've managed to come through, and stuff has been delivered, which means that we can do several different things. The only thing that hasn't been delivered actually are the shock absorbers, which I wasn't expecting them to be delivered, because the only place I could get them was Germany. And yeah, no one in the UK had any in stock, at least until mid-July. But they're going to be here early next week, and let's face it, it's not a difficult job, is it? So, okay, the current state of affairs is we can put this little lot back together, because I've now got the new bump stops. I'm going to clean them up a bit, put the new top mounts on, even though I'm pretty convinced I don't need them. It's the anti-roll bar bushes. I can do the anti-roll bar bushes as well. I've got those. They're going to be done last, however, because the other thing that does need to be done is that the infernal seal that's there. I've ordered lube, shop for parts, which is where I buy most of the OE. If I've got to buy OE stuff, it's usually where I go, because I just know that it's going to be good. So yeah, that's hub nut, new one, because the one that's on there is utterly battered because it's been on and off like 10 times. I bought Cortico I see spare. I bought an extra one because I wanted to know what the difference was. So there's OE, there's a cortical one, and I can't really see it. In fact, I've been supplied cortical ones in OE bags before now, but I know that this is OE. This is see. Now that comes out in a plate, but you've got to drop the gearbox oil and you've got to pull the shaft out. Now, what I noticed about the drive shaft when I pulled it out is the little clip that holds the shaft on in there. There's something wrong with that. It's a bit loose. So this is a shaft I prepared earlier with a new CV on it. That is going on there. Let's compare these. Now I found all manner of things about 20mm, 21mm, 22mm, etc. Difference in the bushes and all that. And I'll be honest with you, I am. It's just no idea anymore. So these are the OE ones, or the ones that are supplied by. Yeah, they got Fiat stamped on them. And they're supposed to be the one for the car. They are identical to those, which is interesting because these were the ones that were on it. Whether they've just worn out over time, I don't know. But the anti-roll bar is 22mm. These are 20. So I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to fit them anyway and see what happens, because it's not the end of the world. And I got spares. Yeah, that's them again. What else we got here? What's in here? Oh, yes. These save you buying a new... mind you, these weren't cheap either. These used to be like 50p each. 50p each anymore. They're like £3. But they save a lot of money and time because you can now replace the tool. And these look too small even though I measured. You can replace these as opposed to just replacing the old arm, because this is an MOT failure now, allegedly. So I thought I'd have a go at this first, because I'm very indecisive at the moment as to what needs to be done first and what have you. So this is the old replacement boot. Now I think these are a little bit too big. I should have got, and I swore to God I ordered the medium ones, not the small ones, but I've been sent the small ones. So, oh, seriously? Behave yourself. So we've added a bit of, take the old one off, we've added a bit of grease. Oh, that fits fine, that fits fine. Oh, look at that. Oh. I might have to get the, see, I don't like using tools to do this. Because one wrong move and it's over. Are we on? No, not quite. Not quite. Oh, we might be now. Oh, look at that. It's like it grew there. Right, so now what we got to do. That ain't going nowhere. Right, we need the top one. What an absurd pair of pliers, I hear you say. These pliers have been the most useful pair of pliers I have ever owned. They have been brilliant. The amount of things I've managed to fish out of engines and things like this, that you would sit there thinking, well, why are you doing? Because logically it seems to me to be the right way of doing it. Oh! Come on. Right. Oh. Right, we'll do. Well, it's got to come down to there anyway, so... Yeah. There we go. They took like, you know, an hour. It's alright, that.